Golf is a microcosm of life.
Here we go.
If you can handle a round of golf in a cool and controlled manner, then you can do the kind of work I want done.
I see what you mean.
You're a boss, Dunstan. Oh, no. Why does this always happen to me? I'm gonna put it in the water, I know it. I'll never get this account now. Oh, this is a nightmare. I'm jinxed. You couldn't just shut up. Oh, you're playing so well today.
If you can clear the trap, it'll be clear sailing from there on in.
Yeah, great. Tell me something I don't know. I can't believe this. Why are my knuckles so white? Keep the club still. Oh, you're not gonna go in that trap. I'm not gonna go in that trap. No, don't swing. Oh. Great. Well, that does it. Best round of golf in my life down the drain. You had to keep talking about it. I can't kiss this account goodbye. Well, might as well just pick it up and head home. These traps, they drive me crazy.
Oh, that's really buried. Yes, sir, that's really buried. Really.
Quit saying that. You're driving me crazy with that. I don't need your work that bad. Get out of here with your account. You're driving me crazy. Come on, get out of here. You're a monster. I don't need to go back to being a copy boy. That's it. Run, you chicken. Can't stand the sight of a ball in a trap, eh? Well, I'll fix it. Come here, you little weasel. I'll kill you. Get wet. Get here. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Drop a ball down here, say, yeah, that's... I'll kill you, you little weasel. Get out of here. Get out of this trap. Come on. Get out of here. Well, there you are, eh? Well, let's take this. What? Oh, somebody's... Hey, what are those guys? What are they coming over here for? Hey, I know that. Those guys are pros. I've seen those guys on TV. Oh, boy, have I been making a fool of myself. Yikes, I wonder if it's too late to run. That's what's his name? That's, oh.
Richard Zokol.
Hi, Lenny Peters.
Nice to meet you.
Lenny, Mark McCumber. Nice to meet you.
Do you think you guys
This is unbelievable. Mark McCumber and Richard Zokol. And they're going to help me learn how to hit out of sand traps? Hey, wait a second. What if they're abducting me for some sort of weird golf research or something like that?
Well, Lenny, why don't you get over here and show Dick and I why you like these bunkers so much?
Let's see what you got
Let's
here,
check your technique out here.
Oh, boy, maybe this isn't such a good idea.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to make a fool of myself here. I'll just, get down here. I got to dig in.
Get deeper and deeper, Dick.
Okay, get those shoulders. Yeah, okay. Oh, this feels awkward. Okay, let's hit this ball. Ooh.
Well, we can see why you're having trouble in the bunkers. Let us show you something. Hop back over here.
We got to get that tension out of you. Well, it's too much.
Tension's
Trap
not,
here.
You know, I think people get in trouble when they start calling these things traps anyway. They're bunkers. They're not traps. You're not trapped. You can get out. Believe it or not, Lenny, a lot of good players would rather be in a bunker than they would be in the grass around the green, because a bunker really provides a lot of room for error in a bunker shot, believe it or not. Once you learn the right method. If you learn the right method of hitting behind the ball, depending on how far you want the ball to go, addressing the club face open to the ball so that the club spanks underneath the ball, what that allows you to do is if you hit a little too far behind the ball won't travel quite as far in the air, but it will roll to the hole. If you make a little bit of mistake and get too close to the ball will have more spin, it'll carry further but stop quicker. So once you realize the mechanics of the bunker shot, there's nothing to be afraid of or nothing to be intimidated by. Let me show you what we're talking about. Now you got to remember something. You got to stay first of all relaxed. You want to keep your grip nice and soft and loose, because with a tight grip, you can't have rhythm. You'll be jerky and quick, like you were. And don't dig your feet in like you're trying to get down to China. Stay real loose. Dig your feet in slow, get good even balance. You don't want to be weighted to the back or weighted to the front. You want to stay nice and even. You're thinking about light grip pressure, relaxed hands, good balance in your feet. And now once you get over the ball, you line up a little open of your target, which means left of the target. You draw an imaginary line behind the ball. Now, when you practice this shot, you'll vary that imaginary line by how far you want the shot to go. The club face is slightly open. That's square. That's open. You want it open so that you can spank underneath the ball. Let your swing follow through, which brings the ball up into the air nice and soft. You also want to be careful, Lenny, that you don't get jerky and quick with your feet, which creates tension and digs you in too deep. You want to walk into the shot, be nice and gentle, Nice and smooth with your feet. Nice rhythm with the club head. Hit that imaginary line and spank it. Let the ball hit out and roll up toward the
Mark's
pin.
rhythm is very calm right there. It enables him to lift the ball out. He accelerates when he spanks down underneath. The ball comes out. There's no rushing. It looks simple.
Notice how easy that is?
Great shot. I mean, I can't do that.
Sure you can.
Yes, you can.
Sure
Yes,
you can. Now here's some things we want you to think about before you get back in and try this.
Yeah.
Remember how jerky and quick you are? That's
Yeah.
setting up a bad rhythm.
That's
Yeah.
too much. That's too much tension. We can see the tension within your arms, within your shoulders.
You want a flow and feel of the hands releasing through the ball and spanking the ball like that. Don't try to help the ball out. That's why you got loft on a sand wedge. That's to spank underneath the ball. Most players make the mistake of trying to dig it out like you did, and that leaves the ball in the bunker. So relax again and remember, draw an imaginary line behind the ball.
Right.
Feel the shot. Hit underneath.
Wow.
Nice shot. That's
That's
the way
amazing. That's...
You can do
Well,
this.
you can do that. Get in here
come
and try it. Come
on.
on.
Lenny, when you move
Get in
into
here.
it, keep your thoughts very calm. Racing thoughts will get you in trouble right from the start.
Remember, you're not trapped in here. It's just a challenging bunker shot. There's plenty of room for air. Nice and relaxed.
Feel that wave of calmness come.
Slow your feet down a little bit. Light grip. Good rhythm.
All
Club
right,
face open.
all right.
And nice
Feel
follow.
the calmness. Feel the calmness.
Look at that. Get out of the bunker safely.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, let's try that again. Now, you know what you need to do there? You need to make sure you follow through on a bunker shot. When you've got a good line in the bunker like this,
Yeah.
you want the club to go underneath the ball and follow up through like a normal golf shot.
Oh.
Don't let the club stop down here.
Oh.
Do the same thing with calm footwork, good rhythm, and spank underneath the shot and let the follow through go all the way up in the air.
Release the tension. Find the calmness. And execute.
Look
Much
at that.
better.
How about
Much
that
better.
one?
Say, did you see that?
Dick, do I see a smile on his face?
It's that simple.
That's it.
You guys are geniuses. This is amazing.
Well, let's go show you a hard bunker shot. You can handle that one too.
Okay.
Lenny, the long bunker shot is considered the most difficult shot in golf.
And this is a long bunker shot. This is
it.
Let's just kick it out onto the grass and
Let's
hit
hit
it
it.
from there.
Let's see it.
All right.
How about that, Lynn?
That's nice. That's nice. Let's just get out of here. It's in.
Lenny, let's see your long golf shot.
Sure. Right.
Show us how you do it, Lenny.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
okay,
we're going to use that calmness again. But look at this shot. No, calm. Yeah, but what do I think about when I'm being calm? I'm not being calm. Okay, relax. No, I can't relax. It's a long shot, but... Oh, no! Great.
You know what I want you to do? This may sound funny. Without hitting a golf ball, I want you to take a swing with your eyes closed. Yes, your eyes closed. It does sound funny.
Look at the target with them open, then close your eyes and picture it when you're swinging.
Swing it with your eyes closed.
Eyes closed for feel.
Well, these guys are crazy. That settles it. All right, well, come on, we'll try this.
There you go.
Okay, so calm, we're going
You
to
will
balance,
find your
settle,
center.
balance, and...
How does that feel? Does that feel
Well, I
good?
lost my balance there.
Do it again. Do it again.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, get settled, centered, balance, easy swing.
That's
All
helping
right.
you build rhythm, Lenny.
That felt pretty good.
Something else, Lenny, on a long bunker shot, which is one of the hardest shots in golf. It's like hitting a fairway shot, really. You're taking the club less outside. It's more straight back. You're hitting closer to the ball behind it with the club only slightly open. So really, it's more like a full golf swing, more like a normal swing.
Yeah, right.
All
Good
right.
full turn,
Feel
full
your
rhythm.
calmness.
Right. Release the tension, find the calmness, and execute.
How about that one?
Good shot. Good shot.
Release the tension, find the calmness, and execute. It works.
Not bad.
You got a little smile on his face there, Dick.
Do it again.
Uh-oh, we're seeing the pearly whites.
We're
Show
going
us
to build some
through us
confidence
again.
right here. This is building confidence.
It's like a normal shot out of the fairway, hitting slightly behind the ball, the club face slightly open. Good shot, Lenny. That's perfect,
Very
Lenny.
good. Very good.
The long bunker shot isn't so hard, is it?
It's not that difficult.
Oh, it's getting easier, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you how easy it can get. Let me show you something. Something we do on tour sometimes with a long bunker shot. You know, on tour, we're faced with long bunker shots from time to time. And some of the players have come up with a system that really helps them, too. A sand wedge is usually used when you get in a bunker. Everybody thinks I'll use a sand wedge. But sometimes you've got a bunker shot of 70, 80, 90 feet. Players use a pitching wedge. A little less loft in the club. The ball comes out a little lower and releases and rolls down toward the hole. Watch this when I show you this. This is with a pitching wedge.
Great shot.
So really, in the
Very
bunkers, you got to remember, you have a lot of imagination you can use. You're not stuck to one club or one type of a shot. You've got a lot of variety.
You guys are using special balls, though, right? I mean, these aren't the same balls we have to play with.
Lenny, how about this shot?
This is one tough shot
Does this
here,
look
Lenny.
scary enough?
This is pretty scary. I don't know about this.
This is one of those shots you want to try to avoid the bunker, but it's even scary for us as touring professionals.
All right.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what you got to do. You really got to weigh your options here. You got to decide if the lie is good enough to attempt the shot. But there's some other fundamentals to a shot when you've got to carry a large bunker like this and stop it quick that are a little different than other shots you play on the golf course. First of all, you want to make sure that you grip the club lightly, and that really applies all the time in golf. The club blade is slightly open like on your bunker shot, and you do have a spanking motion like out of the bunker. That's another feeling you want to have. You also be careful not to take the club too far back, because the average mistake the high handicapper makes is he gets real long with the swing, and then he decelerates into the ball, causing the ball to go low into the bunker, which is not the desired results, obviously. So you want to take this club back, and you want to use a sand wedge. Some players even use what's called a 60-degree wedge nowadays, which makes the ball go higher and softer. That would be a very good club selection for this shot. So take the club back shorter, nice loose grip, accelerate through. Think of high, long extension for a nice high shot. Well, you want to try something like this, okay? Good balance, light grip, slightly open.
Very nice, just like that.
Wow.
How about that, Lenny?
Great
Super.
shot. Wow, that's something.
How about it?
That's the way to do it.
Why don't you try it?
Oh, come on.
Come on, try it.
Give it a shot.
Get over here.
Okay, come on now. Let's try and use that calmness stuff that they showed me before. Okay, there's a lot of trap there, but we're gonna hit it nice and easy. No, not easy. We're gonna hit it. Well, we can't hit it. If I go over, I'm in trouble. If I'm short, I'm in trouble. Okay, well, let's. Whoa, what? Oh, you clown.
Tough shot, wasn't it?
Tough shot. Well,
Let me ask you something.
It's very intimidating, first of all.
Do you think maybe that's a shot you shouldn't have played or should have played? Think you should have tried that shot?
I don't know. I guess there's more green out there.
Let me show you something. Let me show you another option a player has. What happens with the average player, so often they see the pin, they feel they have to play to the pin always. Even Dick and I on tour often will play away from the pin if the shot's too difficult. So an option you do have, of course you can practice shot and learn to play it the right way, but another option you do have is to play out to the right. On line with the pin, I've got to carry a high lip, and I've probably got 20 feet of green. If I play to the right, the lip's lower, and I've got 50 feet of green. So you really use the same principle. You open the club slightly, you relax, shorter backswing, and just play out to the safer part of the green. See, that's a shot you would have no trouble hitting. Then you can hopefully one putt for a par to save par, and if not, two putt bogey, and you'll be all right heading to the next hole.
Better than being in there.
Why don't you try it the other way now? Step over here and try that other one.
Also with this decision of going over there will relieve a lot of tension within you and make this shot much easier. It's a doubling effect. Where that shot is twice as difficult, the anxiety's calmed down, going to the fat part of the
You
green.
can see more green here, too.
That's
so
right,
it looks like you see less trap and you see
A
more
little
green.
safer. Now remember the same principles. Shorter backswing with some acceleration, light grip pressure so that you stay relaxed, there's no tension in your swing, and lock that head in. Keep it real still. Picture the ball landing on the big part of the green over there.
This feels better. Calmness. Execute. All
Good
right.
shot.
Now look how good that was.
Good shot.
Did that make you feel better?
Yeah, that's a lot easier, a
See,
lot
the
smoother.
average player has to realize that there are different options in golf. You have to play to your abilities. You have to pick out targets that were within your reach. That'll keep the frustration level down and your score down, which will certainly make you a lot happier on the golf course.
That's right. There was a big difference there with your anxiety level. It was much smoother choosing and deciding to go out to the fat part of the green opposed to the difficult
It
shot.
just feels better, yeah. Once you've decided and you do it,
Don't
it's
forget
great.
the fundamentals. The key thing to begin with is good planning. Play within your ability. Play to an area that you have the ability to play to.
Right.
And with each shot you try to attempt, stay relaxed. Relax grip, relax legs and knees. Everything's still and calm in your swing, and execute.
Lenny, it's important to put the finishing touches on these saved putts. Now what we want to do, well, first of all, what we don't want to do is to freeze over this putt because it's so important. Let's look back at the line first of all. What do you see?
Well, it looks basically flat to me.
All right, that's a good decision. Okay, we decided it's a straight putt. It won't break much, basically straight. Let's go with that. Okay, let's see what you got.
Okay.
Oh, I hate these 5-footers. I never know how hard to hit them. What am I going to do with this? Let me see. Well, I don't know. Here goes nothing. I'll just strike it. Whoa.
Okay, a little jerky. Bring that ball back and let's do this drill. Okay, what I want you to do here, try and make the putt, close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. When your eyes are closed, be smooth. Think of the pace of the ball going right up to the hole.
Okay, well, this worked before. Let's try it again. Okay, let's do the
Think of the
eyes
pace
closed. Let's
going
get
to the hole.
calm. We're going to take a nice, easy stroke.
All right,
And-
good try. That's good.
Oh, let's see.
Bring it back and let's do that again. All right, just like that last time.
Okay, now, come on. Eyes closed.
That's the way.
Nice, easy. Find the calmness and stroke.
Very good, very good. Now the
Hey!
objective here is to be calm. If you are not calm with it, you are getting off on the wrong foot and you will not be successful with it. Be calm, be effortless, and think of the pace and you will be successful.
Right. Calm, pace, stroke.
Very good. That's the way you do it. The important thing you have to remember here is not to get too excited. Calmness will make the final sail and
Right.
complete the up and down.
But how do I avoid going in the trap and, hey,
It's magic.
Hey! Well, yeah, but look, I mean, we got the water and the trap, and then to
Where?
the green.
Where, Lenny?
Well, the water and the...
What water?
All right,
You're
okay.
looking at-
Just
Okay.
defeated yourself right
You're
there.
looking at the water?
Yeah.
Where do you want your ball to go?
Move the sand and the water out of the picture.
No
Think of
water,
the
no
positive.
You
sand.
picture the shot you want. Water and bunker aren't even there. Just like this, Lenny. Remember now, you pick out your target, where you want to land it. Use that routine we worked on. Stay nice and relaxed. Keep your hands relaxed. Don't get excited.
Right, right.
Nice and relaxed. Pick out your target.
Very nice.
Just like that. Nothing to it.
Great. You guys are great. This is terrific.
You can
guys
do
are
it. Come
great.
on. Get in here.
Now what we're going to do, Lenny, is we're going to hit each other's shot. This is going to be a real good game.
You got to play from his. He plays from yours.
Right.
My
That sounds
money,
great.
my
I like
money's
this.
on.
This
Well,
is
my
great.
money's on Lenny if he plays your shot.
Well, I get to putt his ball. I think it's a great deal.
You hope you're putt. No, he will now. Okay, Lenny. Now remember, relaxed. Relax. Slow your hands down. Grip it light. Think where you want this ball to land. Block out the other stuff.
Feel the wave of
all
calmness.
right. Release the tension, target, execute.
Good swing, Lenny. Look
That's
at
the
this.
way to do it.
Right by the hole. Perfect.
Okay.
How
Good
about
shot.
that?
Good shot.
Hey.
That's the way
How
to
about
do
that?
it.
See?
Not bad, not bad.
My turn. My
This is
turn.
terrific.
Oh man,
This is
I
my
don't
turn.
know. I don't know. Lenny,
How about this shot?
you may have a chance. This is your shot, Lenny. This
Hey,
is yours, Lenny.
hey.
This is yours.
Hey. Oh, wow.
Your shot, Lenny.
Great.
Your
Great.
shot.
Thanks a lot.
My money is now on Dick.
Well, let's see what we got up here.
What do you think, Lenny?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't know he was going to smack it right into the side of the
Oh,
trap
we had a bet
here.
going here, man.
That's golf. That's
Yeah.
absolutely the game.
How about that one, Lenny? Can you handle
Well,
that?
you're dead.
This is nuts. You can't make a shot like this.
There is an option. All we can do here is get it out.
You know what you
Nothing
gotta
more,
realize?
nothing less.
Even on the tour, on the PGA Tour, all a player would be doing when he saw this lie is trying to get it out of the bunker. Your goal has changed now. You can forget about the pin.
Oh, yeah?
You're going to try to get this one out.
Oh.
I'll tell you, there's a lot of things you got to be careful. First of all, you don't hurt yourself. We've seen your swing. You know, we don't hurt yourself getting in the bunker. But you got to kind of get in here. You know, you're not allowed by the rules of golf to build the stance. So you can't come and dig out, but you can take whatever normal stance you can get.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you get your footing solid.
Right.
Realize now that the goal is not to the pin, but it's just out of the bunker. So what I'm going to do is try to get my weight situated where I'm leveling up a little bit, trying to level my stance. You need to draw yourself an imaginary line about 1.5 inches or 2 inches behind the ball, just like that. The blade of the club is going to need to be open. Not quite as much as some bunker shots, a little bit less.
Right.
And I'm going to try to keep my head down and explode right into that area. And with a buried lie, you want to stick the club right underneath the ball. You're not going to be able to follow through.
Balance is very important on this point because Mark is on his right leg, if he loses his balance and rhythm, he won't even be able to get to the ball, and he will leave it back. He'll leave it in the bunker.
Right.
You got to be careful not to overswing here.
Right.
Good balance, like Dick said. Pick up that target and really focus on it now.
That's as good as you can do.
And you'd have to be
That's
satisfied
great.
with that.
And you have to be satisfied with that.
That's
It's
great.
important to reward yourself once you just get out. It doesn't have to be close to the hole.
Guess what, Lenny?
What?
It's your turn. Come
What?
here. Come here, bud. Get in here.
Oh.
We want you to have some of this fun, too. Now, don't forget the bets on. Maybe I didn't make it a little deeper.
Gee, thanks.
Okay, get in there.
I'm glad you did
Get
that.
stable. Get comfortable. Feel centered. Keep your balance.
Now, remember, you've got an imaginary line about 2 inches below the ball.
Yeah,
Keep your weight level, like Dick said.
right.
And concentrate on burying your club right on that line. Don't think of the follow-through, okay?
Okay.
Just stick your club right on that line underneath the ball.
All right.
Okay, feel those waves of calmness come with you with this shot also. Very important.
What about the club face? Should it be
Slightly open. Have it just slightly open.
like that?
A little less.
A little less?
About like that.
There you go.
That will change now when we talk a little later. That'll change with whatever shot you've got.
Okay.
But all you're trying to do is here get this ball up over this grassy lip, okay?
All right.
Make sure you hit plenty far behind the ball, 2
Right.
inches behind the ball, and stay down. Just dig the club right underneath the ball.
Okay.
Okay, calm. What if I've got that club at the right angle? Oh.
Well, guess what?
Well, it's
You were out for a minute. You were out for a little while.
but it's back in now.
Well, you know what you needed to do? You need to
Yeah.
swing a little bit harder than that.
Oh, okay.
And you did hit,
So-
you hit too far behind the ball at that point. Get it a little closer to the ball. Very demanding shot.
Oh, Lenny.
All right.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
You need magic now.
Yeah.
Realistically, let's put this ball right there. How about that one?
There we
Okay.
go.
All right?
Right.
Not quite as far behind it and a little harder.
Get centered, return back to that line. 2 inches behind the golf ball. Feel the calmness.
Look at this, Lenny.
That's
Would
the
you
way
have
to
believed
do it.
you could have done that?
Hey,
That's the way to do it.
I've never done that.
But you got to remember, you've got to be very happy to get that ball out.
Well,
You
yeah.
have to reward yourself with that. It's very important. Not,
Hey.
because it's not close to the hole, that's beside the point.
Great. I mean, I'm happy.
Well, let Dick and I show you something down here that would be a more realistic buried lie. That's the kind of lie you'd only get on an occasion.
Right.
And just survival would be pretty good there. Just getting it out would be a success there.
We'll
Right.
term that an impossible shot.
Yeah,
This is
but-
more realistic.
And this is a shot that you can actually do some planning with. For example, you've hit a ball into a bunker and the ball buries like that. Now you're not right underneath the lip. You're back a little bit so the lip doesn't come into play. You've got plenty of green. The pin's not tight to you, so it's far enough back that you can hit the ball and let it release. The major difference of a buried lie and a good lie is that in a good lie, in a bunker, you can hit the ball with spin and stop it quickly. But with a buried lie, you don't have that option. A few of the principles are the same. You take good balance. Don't dig in quickly, but nice and quietly and soft. Now, most bunker shots you play up in your stance. This bunker shot's played a little more into the middle of your stance, maybe even a little bit back if the ball's buried worse than this. You again draw that imaginary line, 1.5 inches to 2 inches behind the ball. Now, on a regular bunker shot, the blade would be open on a short bunker shot with a good lie at about that angle. On a buried lie, you want to open the club, but only at about that angle, a little less open. Not closed or square, slightly open.
All right.
Another difference of a buried lie is the club head doesn't go back as low and long. It comes more vertical. It comes more straight up, so you can hit straight down behind it. A little bit this type of a hit.
Right.
That'll lift the ball out onto the green to where your target area is, where you've projected the ball will land. That's all by feel and practice. It'll roll to the hole. Okay? Head still. Stay real relaxed with your grip. Don't be anxious. Treat this as a challenge. Let's try this now. This is a shot that can be executed without a lot of problem.
Good shot.
Great
How
shot.
about that, huh?
Fabulous.
You know something? You can do that.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yes,
Come on,
you can.
you can. Yeah, you can.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's important, Lenny, to come into it and be calm. If you noticed Mark, he was very calm when he came into this troubled shot because it's a very difficult shot.
Remember to treat it as a challenge. That looks good.
Okay, right. Feel the
Good,
calmness.
good,
Relaxed.
good balance.
2 inches behind the ball.
Slightly open.
The
Looks like he's got a
appearance,
good attitude and is ready to hit it.
the appearance is calm.
Yes, sir. That's really buried.
What? Hey. Well,
What?
where did they go?
I was
Where are
saying
they?
it's a tough shot you've got there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not as tough
Yeah,
as it
yeah.
used to be.
It's a tough shot.
Okay. This is it. Imaginary line. Okay, relax grip, find the calmness, and execute. I got it out! Hey guys, you see that? Oh no, they're gone.
I'm standing right next to you.
Yeah, of course you were. I just thought I saw a great southern crane take off over there. Must have been the glint off the water or something.
You see what I mean about golf? It offers the same challenges as life. Some men can meet them on their own, some can't. I think you ought to come to the house Sunday and meet the family. Nice putt.
Okay, this stuff really works. Now, I gotta remember all this stuff. I got the account, that's great. But what was the first thing we talked about? Mark McCumber was saying,
Slow your feet down a little bit, light grip, good rhythm, club face open, and nice follow through.
that was great. I mean, once I figured that out, I wasn't afraid of the trap. No, bunkers. They're not traps, they're bunkers.
But really, in the bunkers, you got to remember, you have a lot of imagination you can use. You're not stuck to one club or one type of a shot. You've got a lot of variety.
And just knowing that you don't have to always go for the hardest shot is so much easier.
Play within your ability. Play to an area that you have the ability to play to. Everything's still and calm in your swing, and execute.
And then if you got a tough shot over bunkers and water, well, just take them out of play. They're not even there.
If you hit the shot the way you want to, relax. It's going to go where you want it. Water and bunker aren't even there.
I never even had a chance to thank those guys, because this has just been great. And you know what? If you got a really impossible shot in a bunker, well, you got to just be satisfied getting it out. That's all.
So you get your footing solid. You need to draw yourself an imaginary line about 1.5 inches or 2 inches behind the ball. And with a buried lie, you want to stick the club right underneath the ball. You're not going to be able to follow through. The goal is not to the pin, but it's just out of the bunker.
These guys showed me everything I need to know about getting out of bunkers. I'm not going to be afraid of buried lies anymore.
This bunker shot's played a little more into the middle of your stance, maybe even a little bit back if the ball's buried worse than this. The club head doesn't go back as low and long. It comes more straight up so you can hit straight down behind it.
And my putting, I can't believe how much more relaxed my putting is now.
Think of the pace of the ball going right up to the hole.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Richard.
You know, when we're out on the golf course today, it's amazing. We've talked about it earlier today, how the golf is such an overlearned skill and how that you got to rely on your natural instincts. It amazes me that so often the general public has a conception of us that as tour players that we never have to fight those emotions, that we have it all under control.
Right, super cool. You've dealt with all that already.
I'll tell you what, if they only could get inside your skin sometimes. So often the general public only see us playing on Sunday when we're playing good. You know, they see the leaders. They don't show the guys that are struggling.
Well, they come to the conclusion that, boy, he looks like he can handle that putt for $100,000. He made it perfectly, very calm, but he doesn't know that inside that ticker's working overtime on it. You know?
And how many guys are actually on the tour? How many guys want to be on the tour? And how many guys make a cut each week? And
the good point is the people you see on TV are the people that are playing good, that have control that particular week, and are at the highest level.
You know, you take people that don't really realize this, but if you look at a guy that plays a 25-tournament schedule on tour, you can just clock it through the last 20 years. And if he's the leading money winner and he's made $500,000, let's say, he's made about $400,000 of that money in 6 tournaments. Right. It's almost about 80 or 90% in 6 tournaments.
Over a particular span of time, you think, or?
It usually runs in cycles. I know it does for me. I don't know about Dick. You usually go in. I usually have 2 or 3 cycles a year where I play great for 3 or 4 week spurt. Right. So that's maybe 6 or 8 of my 21 weeks. Right. Then the other 15 weeks, you're out there battling with all the natural tendencies of anxiety and trying to deal with them. And
it's a struggle.
Struggling to get over those 3-footers and the long bunker shots. And
you hit slumps, I mean, over that period of time?
Sure you do.
Well, we
a 2 or 3 week period where you kind of...
We would say that the period of struggling would be a slump type of thing. Right. When you get into a few weeks of playing well, it's simple. You know, the pressure seems to be, you can deal with the pressure easier than, say, days that you couldn't, naturally. Everything is simpler. Thoughts are simpler. Your calmness comes easier. You don't have to work at it as hard. And, it's an emotion as itself, of waves. It comes and goes, and basically try and maximize the good times and minimize the bad times, obviously.
I'll tell you the thing I think that is another misconception with the general public and most of the amateur players is they think the tour players, when they're playing good, don't have those same feelings that you have.
Right.
When you're on the golf course, you're over a long bunker shot, you have that fear, can you get it out of the bunker? Right. Or a pitch over water, am I going to dump it in the water? Well, obviously, with all the years we've played, our parameters of worry aren't to the extreme of maybe dumping it in the water. but we have the same fears.
It's all
they don't
relative.
go away.
It's all relative.
very
Same
relevant.
thing. My 8th year on tour, I haven't won a tour tournament yet. I'm trying to break through. I'm trying to get over that hump. This year I had a 2-shot lead going to the final round, the Hawaiian Open, and basically, the things that I had to deal with at that point were new to me as far as pressure goes, and you have to deal with it. You have to face it. You can't say, okay, you can't avoid it. You can't figure a way of going around it. You got to look at it square in the face and do it. Right. And that's what will build confidence. Hey, I can handle this pressure, and
so how did
everybody does.
Was there a moment at which you knew that you were losing it, or something different was happening to you?
No, I was very successful, even though I didn't win the tournament. I played well enough to win. It just so happened that Lanny Watkins shot 66-66 to beat me by a shot. But as far as my control, I did the best I could, and many times it would have been good enough to win. But that particular time, it wasn't, and that's the game.
When I played my best golf with Doran, won my first tournament in Doral, I remember in 1979, my rookie year, I had missed the cut the week before because I used to, when I first got on tour, I would look at the scores the first day in the paper, and I'd figure up if the weather's the same, doubling the scores, the cut will be this.
Right.
So, I mean, I'd tee off the next day knowing 71 makes the cut, 72's maybe, 73 will miss. Right. And I never forget, this was like my 8th tournament, it was my 11th tournament on tour, because I won the 12th tournament I played in. And it's at Inverary, where we used to play the Jackie Gleason tournament, the forerunner to the Honda. And I had like 3 holes to play, and I was 1 under the cut, I thought. I found a way to bogey number 7. I found a way to bogey number 8. Now I've got a par 9 to have a chance, and I bogey number 9, all because I was thinking consequences. I was taking an overlearned skill, a game designed just to challenge you and to have fun. I was trying to make it precise and dial in a number.
Right.
And I missed the cut. I was so upset by it that I made a vow that night that I'm going to play next week. I'm going to every shot, and the second that shot leaves my club, I'm going to absolutely blank it out and go to the next one. I qualified on Monday, and as a Monday qualifier, won Doral Open. Why I can't draw on that every week, I don't know. It's the mystery of the game. General public doesn't also realize that you can play very good on the PGA Tour and not win. I don't believe in luck in the sense of you're preordained your time to win.
Right.
But golf takes funny bounces. Golf's a lot like life. I think the great players, the good players, and the good amateur players who get the best out of everybody's club learn to deal with all the situations, and they raise their elevation of misses and the way they handle disappointments. Right. And people in the public may think that we can eliminate the anxiety. All we have learned to do is deal with it, which is what we want to help you do. Right. And that's what we talked about on the golf course today, of not trying to make it go away. You realize you're anxious, you realize you're nervous. What do you do to deal with it? What fundamentals, what principles of the golf swing can you rely on? Some players through experience have learned, rather than trying to turn off that nervousness and that really you can't swallow type feeling, which is where the term choking comes from, not being able to swallow and the breast gets shallow. Right. I know players, and I've worked on this myself, have tried to turn that feeling into something when you get it coming on to say, this is great, because this means it means something.
Right. That's what Ben Hogan used to say. He said he knew when the tension came of getting into the hunt of a tournament, opposed to the anxieties you get teeing off at the tournament. He knew when this nervousness came about him that he got so used to performing well under this pressure that he looked forward to this. When it came on him, he felt good. He says because he had good experiences with it. People, on the other hand, they've had bad experiences with pressure. So anytime it comes around, they go, "Oh no, here it comes again," and they just come at it with a bad attitude. And if you got to turn that attitude.
It's really just a lack of understanding. It's the same thing with an amateur player over a little player.
The fear of failure,
and really not understanding what it is. I had a cute story in my life about 7 years ago. My oldest daughter, who was 6 years old then, we waited a long time for a ride in an amusement park at one of the golf tournaments. And after 2 hours of waiting for this ride, the big, scary roller coaster, she informs me as we're getting ready to get on, teary-eyed, that she's scared to death. So as any supposed good father, I'm going to yank her out of the line, even though we stood there 2 hours and not give her nightmares.
Right.
She looked at me with her eyes rolled back and bawled with tears. "Daddy, if you're not scared, you're not having fun." And I really related to that on tour since, and I've used that a lot when I've been in pressure situations where I've succeeded and failed. Fail is not a fair thing to say if you don't win the tournament. Because like Dick said at Hawaii, he achieved his goal. He played within himself. He got the best out of it. That was second. That was really a personal victory. So when I've been in that position, I've tried to rely on that. My daughter's comments. Another professional, Bert Yancey, who's worked with me for years, said, "But when you can't spit, man, you know you're in the right spot. There's no saliva in there. You know you're doing things right." So rather than going, even for you, even for an amateur who's on the weekend and he's got a bunker shot, if you're not scared, it must not mean anything. You're either so far over par it doesn't count, or you're so far out of all your bets it doesn't matter.
Right.
You want to have your knees knocked on the 18th green. And just realize there's a good reason why they're knocking, because it means something. And just learn to deal with it. The subconscious mind, from the things I've read and tried to experience in my professional career and personal life, doesn't distinguish between negative and positive ideas. So often I've seen amateurs go, oh, dummy, are you going to hit it in the water again? Oh, no, there's a boundary. I don't want to hit it out of bounds.
Right.
Well, you've programmed in that self-conscious mind of yours, there's a boundary, out of bounds.
Right.
Your conscious level is not saying that you don't want to go there, it's just thinking there.
That's right.
All of a sudden, it's the target.
It is.
right, yeah.
And it doesn't mean...
It's aware. It's aware of in your subconscious.
And it doesn't mean those stars aren't going to creep in, but I've learned to say, when you're playing great and you're in one of those good rhythms and everything's going good in your life and your kids are happy and your wife's happy and the bills are paid, sometimes you might play a whole tournament, never see the water on the left, never see the boundary on the right. But that's 6 or 7 weeks out of your year.
That's when you're making all your money.
Yeah, but the 20 weeks when you're trying to struggle, I may get up on a hole and say, well, there's a boundary to the right. But I've learned to replace that with, well, there's a boundary to the right. So I want to play aggressively down the left center. That's the last thought I want to put in my
There's
head.
mental discipline, and you don't want to dwell on the fact that there is water there is OB there. If those thoughts do come up, you have to erase them. Everybody has the ability to change their channel, just like a TV set. Whoop. Let's go back to the fairway. This is my target. This is what my focus is, not the other thing.
Person's got to be willing too, even though they have to practice what Dick says. People sometimes like built-in excuses. Well, I was distracted. Well, someone did something.
That's right.
If you're distracted, you know it. You're not distracted.
That's
You
right.
step away. A distraction would be somebody knocking you down during the middle of your swing. That's a distraction.
That's right.
I would think
If something goes off and you hear it, or somebody moves, and step away and start again.
Right.
Because really, you have your own control of that destiny. And I'll
That's
tell you
right.
what, you got to be also man enough and realize that it's only a game. And even we play for a living. The sun still comes up in the east every day that I've noticed. My kids are still breathing in the morning,
Right.
whether I make the putt or not.
Right.
So really, there's a lot of people in China that don't give a rip about whether I won the tournament or who won the World Cup last week.
That's right.
So you keep things in perspective that way.
That's right.
And even though you do all the stuff we're talking about, you get on a tee and you block out the boundary and you do everything you're supposed to do, you're going to hit it out of bounds once in a while. You know what you got to do? You got to grin, grab another ball and re-tee it and go about your business.
That's where those cliches come from. Playing one
right.
shot at a time, but they actually mean something.
The best
It
cliche
really
of
means
all
something.
in this game is, that's golf.
It is. Somebody asked Nicholas one time, how do you feel about a certain tournament that he finished second in, which he's done many times. People talk about all his majors. He's finished second more times than he's won.
That's
Right.
And he said, well, you know, the golf's not fair. He said, it wasn't designed to be a fair game.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the big attraction is to golf. Golf is very much like life. It's the winners are the ones that deal with the curved balls that are sent them. They hit the home runs with the straight balls, with the floaters that come down the center of the plate.
Right.
But the ones that are grounded out, they make the best out of it. That's the same thing with a good golfer. Whether you're a 20 handicap or whatever, it's getting the best out of your ability. And that's all you can ask yourself.
Yeah.
So to me, the key is getting the best out of your game. And that's true for a 30 handicapper if you're on tour.
That's right.
The amateur golfer has to realize, in my opinion, that even at your club, you got 300 members, 500 members. How many guys win the club championship? One guy. You're playing with 150 players, the best players in the world on the tour, whether it's the European Tour, the Australian Tour, the United States Tour. There's 30 some odd tournaments. There's one winner a week out of 150 guys.
Not many guys.
Look at a bad football team in the NFL or a bad baseball team, a bad team. Atlanta Braves, how about that?
That's a bad team.
Ted
Right.
Turner might hear
Good
that,
choice.
wouldn't he? Okay, they win over 30% of their games, and they're considered terrible right now. That may
Right.
change.
And they're all great athletes.
We're in the late 80s.
Those guys are all great athletes.
This is the late 80s, and they're winning third of their games.
Right.
There's not a golfer that ever's put on spikes has won a third of his tournaments.
Right.
So when you think about it, you're asking a guy to be positive, to be aggressive, to deal with all this anxiety, and the feedback he gets week after week is that he doesn't win, that he doesn't win.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, you look at, in our sport, Tom Kite just ended a streak, this is 1988, of 7 straight years that he won tournaments. One tournament or more a year.
Right.
And that was considered a great streak. And he's been on the tour 16 years or whatever. And that wouldn't sound so great in any other sport. Well, you won a game, or you won 1 out of 28 games
Right.
in any
Right.
sport. So the feedback that a golfer gets on our level and at a club level is not one of winning all the time.
It's a frustration.
So I think the key is winning the personal battles.
That's right.
Winning the fact that I was scared to death over the 5-footer, but I gave it my best effort.
Right.
It went in this week, I won the
That's
10
right.
bucks.
Right.
It went in this year, I won the 3rd flight.
The $2 Nassau, that's
But
right.
if it
Do the
didn't go
best you
in,
can.
and I did the best, and you know that you didn't mentally give up, that you didn't give in to the anxiety and break down on your routine,
You didn't let the tension destroy your rhythm. If you don't do that, you're a winner.